Today we're going to be working in Logic Pro, and I am going to be making a beat. I'm going to give myself a timer of 30 minutes. So we're going to see what we can come up with here in 30 minutes on Logic Pro. So let's go ahead and hit start. We'll just have to keep checking back on this. File, new from template. And I like to use my ghost note template. That way I can work in certain keys. Real quick, let's customize this real quick. Go to beginning, play from beginning. I don't like the rewind or fast forward. I don't like the stop button. I like the pause one. I don't need the record, and I don't need the cycle button. I don't need any of this. This all just kind of distracts me. Counting, metronome, yeah, master volume, yeah. Don't need either of those. All right, we're gonna save that as default. Okay, so right away what we're gonna do is we're gonna decide what key we want to build this song in. Right now with this template, pretty much all that this template does is it's a note written on every single key, or a note written on every single note, all the way from C -2, like, which is below C0, which doesn't even make any sense. I'm not doing anything anywhere close to that, all the way up through the top of C8. So it has a note written on every single one of those. And if I come over here, I'm hitting Command A. Obviously I'm on a Mac right now, so all of these hotkeys are gonna be for Mac. If I hit Command A, that's gonna select all the notes, and then we're gonna be quantizing these to a certain scale. So I like to make my beats in minor. So we're gonna go from G, let's do F minor for this beat. And this is stretched out over 4 bars. You don't need to do that, but it's kind of how I do it. Let's move this cycle range over to 5 here. Let's make sure it's all the way on 5. All right. What's our timer like? 2 minutes. All right, let's put this in full screen. We got 28 left. So all of these notes are going to be within the key of F minor, and I like to go ahead and change this up here. That way I know what I'm working in. This automatically put it to 120 BPM. I kind of have a BPM in mind. So let me, I'm not hearing anything. Weird. Problems, always problems. External headphones. Weird. All right, we're just gonna start drawing stuff. So Command, right here, I have my pencil tool. So this is just my left click tool here within the piano roll. My left click is just selecting, but I've also hit Command. This is changeable right here. So this is my right click option, and this drop down you could hit whatever you want it to do for your command tool. And I like to just use the draw tool. So if I'm holding down Command, my mouse changes from just a pointer to a pencil, and from there I can start adding notes. So let's add our root note of the track. So this is an F, so we're just gonna start with an F there. We're gonna start making chords here. And I'm still not getting any sound. Why is this? Oh, it's probably because I don't have anything inserted, haha. So right now we're working off of nothing. So we need to come over here, open up something like a bell. Right? No. Still getting no sound. So let's just hit Command S, which is save. We're gonna save this as 43, because that's what I'm on currently. We're gonna hit Command Q. Yeah, we're gonna save that one up. So let's go back to Logic Pro. We're already 5 minutes into this. File, recent, 43. So let's close out this old project. All right, we're 5 minutes into it. Let's keep going. And it's still not working. What in the world? Okay. Close out of that. File, general settings, audio. What's the problem here? External headphones. So why is nothing coming out? Of course I start recording and then this isn't working. Running into problems. Alright. I'm not restarting, so we have to figure this out. See if I hit play here, so I'm gonna unplug that. MacBook Pro speakers, and nothing's coming out of there. You know what this is? Let's just load up a different kit up in here. So let's do, I don't know what this is. This is just being stupid for no reason. Let's load up Electra Stereo Create. Watch this is gonna work. Let's just pick something random. Let's move it. There we go. See, I knew it was just being stupid. Let's delete that. Okay. What do we got? 7 minutes. So now we've got like not a lot of time left. So right now we're making this chord. This is an F minor chord. I don't know music theory, but I know enough to know that this sounds good. So I'm gonna hit Shift Option Up to make the note go up an octave. Let's grab these. Let's get this metronome. So if I hit E, this is my editor for the piano rolls. So E is the hotkey for that. If I mute that, just solo that. Let's try to get the tempo here. No, mute. I'm thinking I'm wanting something closer to like 180. Let's grab these, stretch it out to about here. Let's put it right here. Command there, here, place that there. Let's hit Command A just to make sure everything is on the correct bars. You just hit Q. What that's going to do is it's going to quantize the note. So if this is just off a little bit and I hit Q, it's not doing it. What in the world? Okay, so let's come over here. Let's hit just a whole note. There we go. So if this is off a little bit, and say I'm drawing these in and this was a little bit off here, that was a little bit off there, or say it was over the line, if I just select certain notes and I hit Q, it's all gonna line up perfectly right there. That way you're not having things off at all. Command Option Up. 2. So that's on 1 note. Let's try 1 2. No. See, this is problems that I'm running into because I'm still learning Logic Pro. Let's see what that does. See, that stretches it all the way out. Still learn all these hotkeys because I'm used to FL Studio. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's try C chord. I think this quantize, I may be wanting it on a quarter note. No. Slightly off. Okay, and then here if I hit shift /, it's gonna extend this note all the way to the end of this, whatever this is called. I don't know what that's called. So we're doing that all the way to the end of 12. Then if you hit right over here, if you hit Command R, it's going to repeat everything we just did. So I think we have our basic structure. We just got to keep moving because we are losing time right here. 13 minutes. Okay, so we're almost halfway done. This is definitely the most time-consuming part of all of this, is just getting down the basics, and the notes and the drums are always really quick. So I'm hitting Option, and then I'm going left and right on my mouse to be able to zoom in, and then up and down to be able to make the notes bigger. So right here we have our basic structure of the song and the chord progression. Let's shop around for maybe a different Alright, all we're looking for right now is just something to be able to just kind of be our root melody, at least. Let's actually add, I might transpose this up. Actually, no. I like it better back down here. Shift Command down. No, Shift Option down. Then from here, what we're gonna do is let's add another, like a synth bass on the root notes right here. And we're gonna hit E to close out that editor. Let's add a new one. Let's just keep Electra. Same thing down here, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here and hit Shift Command V, which is gonna paste at, I believe, Shift Command V is paste at original position. So this is going to give us the exact same thing of the root note pasted at the same position on bar 5. And right here we'll go shopping for a bass to kind of complement the melody with the root notes there. So let's just go with that. I'm not really worried about the sound of it all, like the actual sounds right now. I'm just more so concerned about getting this melody done. So if you remember from before, if I hit Command, that draws, but what I'm actually going to do is change this to the scissor tool. And what I'm going to try to add right now is a little bit of a rhythm. So we already have our chords laid out right here, but I'm going to add a little bit of a rhythm for this bass right here. So it's not my best work, but it adds a little bit more of a bounce to it, and that's really all I was going for. Command A, Command Option. Okay, so kind of my goal here too is if you hit X, we can see our stereo out, which this is the output of all the tracks right here. If we go to just an EQ, you can see the frequencies and everything we're filling out right now. And I like to have a very full sounding mix. So you can see right now, it's very heavy, around 80, 100. And we also have some sound coming out from, you know, the 100 all the way up to like 2,000, but then it drops off. I like to have this a good sounding, well-rounded mix. So what I'm looking for right now is if we just hit solo on this bass, right now it's peaking right around 90. And so what I was trying to do is to see if it sounded better here on C2, or if we transpose it down to C1. If we go back and we look at it, you can see the highest point over here is now like 45. And right now we aren't really concerned about the feel of it, partially, but more so, I would say it's 50-50, the feel of it, but also the sound of it. And by feel, I mean like an 808. You can almost feel it more than you can hear it, if that makes sense. So we're going for kind of a 50-50 because we're gonna have to cut out some of the feel of it when we're adding in the drums later. All right, let's see. We've got 10 minutes left, so we gotta hurry this up. Let me make sure this is even, yeah, okay, we're still recording. Got kind of scared there. All right, so we're gonna hit X. And I kind of like having it down there, so. So right now we have the low end of the root note, the bass, that's kind of helping give it a little bit more oomph to the feel of it. Then we also have the chords. This is kind of the main part of it, but now we're gonna add a counter melody based off of these chords. So I'm gonna, whoops, Command Z to undo. I'm gonna hit Command C to copy this. We're gonna close out of this editor. We're gonna add another track down here, over here. So I'm clicking right here because that's where I want it to go. Shift Command V, and it doesn't paste right there. So Command Z, maybe over here, Shift Command V. Okay, so it did paste right there. Sometimes it pastes really weird and I haven't quite figured it out. So right now, what we're working with is we just want to make a counter melody. And actually, I don't really like this. Let's copy this whole thing. Whoops, cancel. Command Z. Nope, I wanted to delete this. That's not exactly what I wanted. What I wanted more so is this. Command C. Shift Command V. And then let's just put it over here. Perfect. And really what actually I'm looking for is the notes over here. That way I know what's in key. So pretty much, again, if we're looking at the stereo out over here, we really have this filled up, but I'm trying to fill this in a little bit more with the counter melody. So X, and let's make a counter melody over here in between C5, C6. So right now, if you see, if I hit Command, it's opening up the scissors. We're going to change that back to pencil tool. That way we can draw. What is this in? F. And this is not going to work to have that. Let's just get a keys over here. That's terrible. Let me actually go back. We're going to hit E. We're going to look back over here. So it starts over here on F. Then it goes down to C. Then it goes from F. So C. So I want to make this counter melody really complement this. So that's it. Command R, Command Option up. clock. No, we have 5 minutes. Okay. So this is going to just be a very basic. So if you notice, a lot of the notes that I just placed are really the same as the synth bass over here. So let's kind of switch these up a little bit. Like those three right there. Dum, da, dum. And honestly, you know what? Let's just leave it as is. So that's way too loud. I don't like that. There we go. So if we hit X, we come over here. So that's peeking out like right here. But actually, let's click right here. So it's peeking out here and here. So anyways, we gotta go. All right, so let's come over here to my sounds, all files, music, Logic. Nope, that's not, oh yeah, it is where it is. Let's go to some, let's find us an 808 right here. Let's go to Haywire, 808s. Let's do maybe shape right here. So let's hit original. What we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this synth bass right here, Command A, Command C, E, come over here to Shift Command V. What we're gonna do is if you mute this one, oh, see, that's the problem right here. It's on C1, so if we hit Command A, Shift Option up, we take it up. So I don't really like it how it is like cutting itself, or not cutting itself. What's the word? Let's just take all of these and make them. I'm sure there's a much better way to do this that isn't as painful. Whoops. So let's go ahead and delete that, and hit Command A, Command R. See, and you could have these all trailing with each other, but that's not really the sound that I'm going for right now. So what I like to do sometimes is just alternate between the synth bass up here. If I solo that and I mute this, not that. Oops. So you can really hear this at different elements of the song. And then over here, if we mute this, and then we also add in the 808. Well, obviously, I would switch up the there wouldn't be as many of these. So I would take a lot of these out. So I would make it a different variation. It wouldn't be like a one-for-one equivalent of like the. Pretty sure if I come over here and I hit, there we go. So anyways, so that's our 808. What I like to do to complement the 808 is we would go ahead and get a kick, because the 808 is going to add the feeling of it, but the kick is really going to add a punchy, because a lot of times the 808 sounds a little bit sluggish, but the kick is really going to give us kind of a punchy version of the 808, which is it just adds a nice good Command B, there we go. So if you listen to this without the 808, I mean without the kick, let's keep that muted. So let's mute the kick. You can definitely tell the 808's in there, but it definitely sounds a little bit more sluggish. It's not as like snappy. But when you add in the kick and you layer it with the 808, but you definitely want to be careful later on as you're EQing this, because you really don't want the kick and the 808 to be clashing, because that's going to cause problems. It's going to sound wobbly. It's not going to be good. But right here, we haven't mixed anything at all, and we're just going for the idea of the track. And I don't like as slow as it is. Get us a snare in here. Let's add how do I add a MIDI? Pencil. There we go. If we double click on that, then we can go ahead and add in our snare. There. And we need that over here. And I'm going to add in a little extra snare right over here, I believe. Command A, Command R. Command S, you can't be forgetting to hit Command S. There have been a lot of problems with what are we at? Ah, 35. Alright. We're going a little bit over, but we gotta finish this out. The other thing is you want to make sure the 808 is in tune. So I know this 808 right here is at a C3, which is the root key. You would be able to tell if that 808 was out of tune. So I know this was in C3, and when I paste it in, I'm pasting it at the root note that the keys were playing in the original chords, which was an F right here. So if I put this up, if I just moved all these right here up maybe 2 tones, two semitones, you'd be able to hear the difference. You can tell. Nah. That's actual trash. You can tell even if it was on E right next to F. Come on. Alright, so our 808's tuned. We've got a 808, a kick. In addition to that, we've got our snare. Not really going to mess with the sound of the snare right now. The last thing we really need for our basics is to get our hi-hats. We're going to come over here, and we're just going to hit Q, make sure it goes over there. We're going to hit R. Mouse left. We're gonna come over here, do another one in here. I like to add, I feel like kind of my signature sound is doing this right here. It's down, up, down. I like it. I feel like it adds a little bit more of a bounce to it. Adds a little bit of a bounce to it. That's something I've done forever. Alright, so there you go. There's a beat from scratch. We went over by, how long is this? Almost 10 minutes. That's fine. I just wanted to do something more so, just a little cook-up. So this is going to be cook-up number 1. Might start doing them live at some point. But from here, honestly, you just keep layering. You add more things. This is just a very, very basic, cook-up. But then, obviously, you're going to want to structure your tracks. You're going to want to move them out. You're going to want to play some. Arrange them properly. So, for instance, like obviously I'm going to have your different elements of the song. You're going to want to structure it as if, someone's going to be singing on top of it. So I don't like that. Oh, there we go, right click. You're gonna want to add risers, drops, different things, just whatever kind of really defines your style. Obviously this needs mixed. But it's just a little simple cook-up. But these are the building blocks that you start with. The melody definitely takes the longest time. Getting the root melody, the counter melody, different synths to go with it. But then from there, you could just build. And then the drums is the quickest part. And the biggest pain after this is all the structuring, the mixing, the mastering, things like that. So I have tons and tons and tons of tracks where this is just as far as I'll get, because I'm not doing the technical side of it all, because I don't have much of a need for it. I'm more so just working on the idea of it, more so the concepts, because that's the fun part for me. The rest of it is not as fun. So I'm not going to be mixing or mastering it or doing a structure or anything. This is more so just a fun little cook up. So anyway, that's about it.